Hello everybody, it's the Strange Eli, and welcome to my very first movie review. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while now, so let's go ahead and just get started. For this episode, we're going to be reviewing St. Vincent, and it's a movie written and directed by Theodore Melfi. St. Vincent's cast is a pretty interesting group of people. It has Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy, as well as some Naomi Watts in there, which is a pretty funny part that she played. To kind of explain this movie, St. Vincent is about a man named Vincent, played by Bill Murray. He's sort of this old, grumpy, asshole kind of guy who's drunk and smokes all the time, and he gets a new neighbor, played by Melissa McCarthy, and her son, who ends up becoming sort of the main point of the whole story that's trying to be told, becomes sort of Vincent's friend. To kind of explain how this happens, so this kid named Oliver goes to a school, but his mom, who is like a CAT scan technician, is never really home, and so most of the time he has to walk home. But so this time in this new house, he has to walk home, but he's unable to get in. So naturally he goes next door, asks to use the phone, and when he can't get a hold of his mom, he just stays there. Vincent sort of becomes sort of his babysitter in the process of all this, and they kind of end up becoming really good friends. It's very, very heartwarming. And this becomes sort of one of the problems I dislike with this movie, is that it's sort of explained and called, in its genre, a comedy. While I'm not going to deny that it isn't a funny movie, there are a lot more of like heartfelt and family drama sort of stories going on than simply just laughs. Having such a funny cast like Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy, you'd expect something that's very funny and something that's very physical, considering that, like in Ghostbusters, there's a lot of physical comedy coming out of Bill Murray, and Melissa McCarthy's more recent movie, she plays very like slapsticky physical comedy characters that work very well. However, in this it's very but in this movie it's sort of ingrained into the dialogue as funny lines that they say. I'm not going to go into specific details, mostly because I just don't remember, but another gripe that I have about this movie is that there's a lot of problems that happen, or a lot of things that the director pays attention to that we never really see get resolved throughout the movie. For example, there's a guy who comes and finds him in several different places asking for money, but we never get an explanation of who he is, why Vincent owes him money, and there's never a resolution to this problem. Another thing that I found kind of entertaining about this whole movie was that normally in PG-13 movies you get an allowance of one fuck, and spoiler alert, Vincent uses it in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. But it's kind of weird and interesting to his character, because like his character would just be dropping F-bombs all over the place, but we would never get to see that happen because of the PG-13. I actually feel like this movie would have benefited a lot from an R rating, strictly for the swearing, because I feel like it might have enhanced the intensity of the dialogue. If I were to give this movie a rating out of 10, it would probably be about a 7.5. This seems to be what a lot of other critics are saying, as on IMDb has a 7.6 stars out of 10, and additionally on Rotten Tomatoes as it has 75% from critics. Overall, if I were to say one final thought about this movie, I would say go see it. Expect to cry. It does have a very, very heartfelt and warm resolution, which makes everyone feel good, and it will make your tear ducts moistened. So yeah, go see it. If you like more stuff like this, if you'd like to see more movie reviews from me, and this is sort of a starting point, so I can make them much more longer or shorter or more critical than this, please let me know in the comments down below. Tell me what other movies you'd like to see, and for most of the part I'm going to be watching some movies on Netflix and probably reviewing those. Like I might want to review Ghostbusters, which is another Bill Murray comedy. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up and click that favorite button and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.